Hello dear friends! Today's episode of Short Series shall be dedicated to one of the aviation icons, the largest passenger aircraft ever built, Airbus A380. I would just like to emphasize here that a complete document on that airplane will be released in the future, and in this film I will tell you about that how in the last years this aircraft was haunted by a menace of failure. Enjoy watching! A380, manufactured by Airbus Industry, has been holding a title of the largest passenger airplane in history since years. So-called Super Jumbo, in production since 2017, carries between 530 to 860 passengers and was meant to be an Airbus response to growing demand on a machine that would serve the most congested routes in the world. At the beginning, the interest in this giant jet was really big, but it seems that the European manufacturer slightly overrated a demand on this masterpiece. It was assessed that break-even point for A380 would be reached at 420 orders on the plane. But up to the end of 2014, the stakeholders placed only 317 orders and, moreover, next 3 years did not bring even a single one. The future of the project was therefore in question. Airbus was thinking about ending the production and in consequence the whole project. Many experts were even talking about the huge failure of A380 that, although having been called the Queen of the Skies, was a step closer to abdication. But at the beginning of 2018, a small breakthrough. The years-long client of Airbus, Emirates, signed a contract on purchase of 20 Super Jumbos with an option for 16 more. Practically, it means that the production shall be continued for sure for the next 10 years. Thanks to this order, Airbus gained some time to again convince its clients that their child is really worth its price, reaching barely $500 million per unit, and would not lose the title of the Queen of the Skies too quickly. Emirates are also happy about such turn of events because, as said the CEO of Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, A300 is a huge success for Emirates. Passengers love it, and the carrier itself deployed it on many routes, assuring itself a flexibility in range and variety of travelers. It is worth to note that Emirates are currently the biggest customer for A380. They already have more than 100 such aircraft in service. Next examples are being delivered, and together with the last order, the number of Super Jumbos in their fleet will reach 178 examples. I bet that many of you are now wondering how it is possible that such beloved and gigantic airplane was facing the potential failure. Experts enumerate many reasons. First of all, A380 is really expensive. As I already said, a price of a brand new unit is about $500 million, and one monthly rate of lease is about $1.5 million. That is why the world's richest airlines only can afford to operate it. By the way, here you have a full list of A380 operators. You will also find it in the film's description. What else? Super Jumbo is kind of, thirsty for fuel. If we take into account that one example weight is nearly 280 tons and is about to carry several hundreds of passengers, cargo, aircrew and so on, then we need a lot of fuel. It's enough to say that to fly the route from Dubai to Los Angeles, one unit will burn, attention, 180 tons of fuel. In comparison, on the same route, a competitive Boeing 777-300 will burn just 113 tons. This only argues that an airline needs a deep pocket to operate the aircraft. I also mentioned that A380 is suitable only for the most congested routes, and that is totally true. Believe me, such huge costs of operation require a high load factor to make profit. And there are rather few routes on which it is achievable. Plus, it mostly concerns really busy airports that serve dozens of millions of passengers every year. And finally, operating such a giant is challenging for airports handling services. If the boarding is to go swiftly, refueling can take too long and the aircraft itself should find a place for parking, there's also a lot of work to do. Not every airport is capable of serving A380, and therefore, if there is a perspective for launching a new flight operated by Super Jumbo, an airport's management might just complain as it may not succeed with handling it. But on the other hand, as Emirates placed a binding order, and due to that the production of A380 is secured for next years, there is a chance that airlines would be interested in the plane again. There are already rumors that British Airways is planning to buy some new examples that would satisfy the demand on the busiest routes from London Heathrow Airport. It is also quite probable that some Chinese carriers would invest in Super Jumbo. Many internal routes are more and more congested, and here A380 would be perfectly suitable. And above all, civil aviation is growing rapidly, so potentially in the next years, when the production is continued, new routes appropriate for Super Jumbo would come up. We keep our fingers crossed for the A380 project, because it would be just sad if that technical miracle just disappears from the skies. Thanks for watching today's episode. I hope that this short tale of A380's struggle with severe market conditions was interesting for you. And how do you see the future of Super Jumbo? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Take care and fly high!